Is Help to Buy a scam? So do you want to firstly break down what Help to Buy is and then explain?
Okay, Help to Buy is a scheme set up to the government to paint the picture where they allow you to get on the property ladder. Initially, I believe it was like 2016 time. There was a thing called the Help to Buy ISA. You must have seen this being advertised, right?
The ones where you put money in
and the government top it up.
and it's locked for life essentially, unless it's for a mortgage.
Yeah,
Okay.
you use it for your house purchase.
Yeah.
I think what it was, you needed £1,200 the initial deposit to set it up. Then you needed the max amount that you could put in every month was something like £200-300, and then the government would top it up by 25%.
Okay.
But literally, the deposit amount was capped at 15k, so you could only put in, let's say, 12k, and the government top it up by 25%.
Okay.
So the amount that you would have maxed out at is it's £15,000.
Yeah.
£15,000 as an individual. What does that get? What does a £15,000 deposit get you, house-wise, in London
Nothing.
or anywhere down south? Not much. So it's really difficult for an individual person. It's like challenging, ridiculously challenging. If you were a couple and each of you had the Help to Buy ISA, it was deemed quite good. In my opinion, I think the whole the Help to Buy ISA was a bit of a scam, and it was just a way of like developers maxing out the price of a property. You were limited to which lenders you could potentially use. And you see the house prices, like you see these new builds where it says the Help to Buy scheme, but the house is priced at like 400k.
Yeah.
For you to be able to buy a 400k house, you need to have a basic salary. Let's just say you've got a deposit of 50k. You need a basic salary of 75k if you're a single person.
And who makes that in London?
Yeah, and you need 5 times your salary. That's usually the basis that lenders work off of. So in essence, it was designed to just squeeze people and boost up the property price as much as possible, squeeze people. Most of the people that ended up buying these new builds are actually in negative equity. The property, like if you look at a new build, you go onto Rightmove, you check the price increase over the past 5 years, it's minimal. And it's, in my opinion, the reason why I do think it is a scam is it paints the government in a good light to show them doing what they consider good work, helping young people get on the property ladder. But in essence, you're screwing them over because you're just putting them into further debt, and they're not going to be able to service that debt. And that's the most important part. Let's just say there's a swing in interest rates and their salaries don't keep up. They're in a quite difficult position. They could be forced to sell that house at a significant loss. And that's what you want to avoid. What the government love to do and what politicians love to do prior to an election or when they are in office, they want to show themselves as to be doing good. But in actual fact, they're not. They're just screwing people over because they don't really understand the finances, the numbers. Their dream is to own it, is home ownership. But in actual fact, in some cases, it's better to rent than own. And Help to Buy isn't a good scheme. The better option would be the LISA, the Lifetime Independent Savings Account, because the government, like you can have this from the age of 18, and the government top this up. So you can put in a max of 4k per year, and the government add £1,000, and you can invest this in financial products. So it can appreciate a lot more if you invest in the right stuff.
Well, if you want to move out the country and you put money into LISA though,
you can't take it out with you.
wow.
Yeah, so it's locked away. So
That's the thing.
you have to bear it in mind. It's limited to a house purchase in the UK. It's not designed for a house purchase outside. And one of the things is with ISAs as well. Bear this in mind, right? The moment if you hold a US stock on your ISA, and you sell it, the moment it's sold, the dollars have to be converted into sterling, because with ISAs, UK ISAs, you're not allowed to hold foreign currency on your ISA. So that's where it screws you over even more. But yeah, I hope this sums it up. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask away. I'll show you.
So the difference between a LISA and an ISA is essentially they are both locked. You're both locked in.
What do you mean?
A lifetime. So that helped. I mean, what's the difference between a LISA and a Help to Buy thing?
So a Help to Buy one was limited. The max amount that you could hold on there was 15k.
Okay.
The LISA, it could go up. It's like
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, you said it. I'm just.
yeah.
tired.
So you could add in more.
Okay.
money, but
Yeah.
you are capped at like 5k per year.
Okay.
So in essence of compounding the amount that you can contribute, the lighter it's further. Your independent savings account, your ISA,
Yeah.
that you have a tax-free allowance where there's a wrapper around it. So let's just say you buy shares in Barclays, right? Barclays share price doubles in price and you sell it and you've sold it within your ISA.
Yeah.
You're not subject to capital gains tax
Okay.
because it's shielded.
Sure.
So it's a
Okay.
great way of like tax efficiency. You can only top it up by 20k a year, but if you've got that disposable, if you've had a family member give you money, it's a good way to just safeguard money so it doesn't get taxed. And
Get taxed.
the Treasury just, you know how it is, guys. You know the drill.